this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. The title of this segment, Industrial Picking, how to separate yourself from the pack. Everybody's talking about storage auctions, picking, anything that you can do to make money. But see, while I was away, I just kind of watched to see if anyone would address this topic, and nobody has addressed this topic. Nobody. So when I say people are stealing my shit, take note of this video and watch what happens after I do it, which is October 8th, 2011. Check this out. Everyone's talking about this stuff, but no one's really touched upon this particular niche, and it's industrial picking. And you know, what's industrial picking? First of all, let me go ahead and set your mindset where it needs to be. When you pick or get inventory from a storage auction or wherever, you're essentially creating a broker type deal. You find the stuff that people want, you hold on to it, you sell it, and you collect money. A lot of times you can make money without actually even touching anything. This is where industrial picking comes in. Right now, the economy is in the toilet. A lot of businesses are going under, and there's a ton of inventory, big and small, on the market. So what you do is, while you're out there picking, go through some industrial sites and look for places that are closed. Warehouses, businesses, offices. And understand, you're going to have to do a lot of work for this. But frequently, you'll come across a landlord or a business that's on the cusp of closing or moving or whatever, and they have stuff they need to sell. And the people who are in charge of liquidating that stuff have no idea how to liquidate it. I accidentally did some industrial picking. And remember what I said in one video. Competition only exists in areas where it's easy. Low barrier to entry, no upfront cost. Everybody in the world can get in, and it's like lemming going over the cliff. Lemons just going over the cliff, like shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh, look, it's a deal. And you run in, and next thing you know, it's a free fall. So to separate yourself from the pack, start using this. Start going, what is out there that no one else is doing on a large scale? Think about that. What can you do or source that no one else is doing? Because as long as you're following everyone else, you're going to have a lot of competition, which is good. Competition makes you a better person. It makes you a better salesperson, makes you a better business person, because you have to be on your A game. So while you're doing that on one side, you know, you're picking, you're going to the flea markets or garage sales, you could be doing this other thing. And, you know, the deals are, it just depends on where you are and what kind of deals. Because, you know, you could get a deal every week. You could go to, say a moving company. Give you an example of ways you can make money, and this isn't with picking. You go up to a moving company and say, hey, my name is Glendon Cameron, and what I'll do is I'll find you leads. For every move that you sell, I get 10% of the move. The guy's going to go, okay. There's no money out of his pocket. Have to have that agreement in place. Like I said, as long as you start thinking, what can I do for people versus what can everyone do for me, you're going to be ahead of the pack. What I'm saying is, jump up. Get out of that pack. Shake that fur off. Brush that fur and dirt and all that stuff off. Because it's an ugly place being in the pack. Being like everybody else. It's not good. It's not good. So just take this to heart. Industrial picking is something that very few pickers even think about, because everyone is in love with antiques and old stuff and street signs, and I like that stuff too. I think it's really cool. But what we're talking about is making money. And also with industrial picking, say you find some office furniture, and the guy's like, hey, you get rid of it, it's yours. And you sell that stuff for $500 and you don't touch it. Or say you find some machinery parts, or you go to a warehouse. Now, this is something I turned on to a guy recently, because I was out and about and I saw this warehouse and there was all this rusty metal scaffolding. Thousands of pounds of rusty metal scaffolding. And the building had a gate and there was a dog walking around. And I looked at the sign and I was like, hey, you know, hi, this is Glendon, and you know, I move stuff. I noticed you got a lot of old scaffolding in that building. What are you gonna do with it? And the guy's like, oh no, hold on. And I had to call him back, because he's like, I'm going to call you back. And I called him back. He said, oh yeah, the owner says he just wants that shit out of there. So I called up a guy who's a scrapper, and I said, look, I I need 10% of whatever you get. He said, what do you mean? I need 10% of whatever you get. He's like, I got some stuff for you. So we meet, and he's like, oh shit. It took him and his truck and trailer 40 trips to get all that shit out of there. Yeah, you heard me right. 40. He didn't have anything else going on, and this was such a sweet deal. Whatever else came up, he's like, hey, I'm working on this. And if you know the price of steel, you know what I got. And that's the thing. You got to think outside the box. You got to do some stuff differently, because as long as you're following everyone else or trying to be like everyone else or bitching and whining about how hard things are, they will continue to be hard for you, my friend. They will. All right. This is a little nugget. There's a lot more to it. But see, I just gave you a little teaser there. I mean, this is some valuable information. And understand, nobody on YouTube, the internet, has ever even talked about this stuff. So watch what happens in a few weeks. Watch what happens in a few months. You'll start seeing my shit on blogs. And I'm saying that because I'm getting sick and tired of people taking my shit and claiming it like it's theirs. And then people go, hey Glendon, you don't know so much because I saw it on this blog. I'm like, bitch, they stole that shit from me. I'm claiming my shit. I'm claiming my shit. That's right. And I'm giving it to you for free. Somebody out there in YouTube land is going to take this information and make a few $100 to a few $1,000s next week. And then there will be a group that's going to sit on their ass and continue to bitch and whine and wonder why their life is the way that it is. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. Roll Tide, baby.